Hey, what's up, man? How are we both doing? Oh, just painting all the golden trim, you know, taking my time. Just another day, another dollar. Yeah, I kind of, I decided that, you know, I'm just going to stream on YouTube. I'm not going to do Twitch for right now. Just like looking at the analytics and just like, oh, hey, I'm getting way more views off YouTube than Twitch. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to do that. But how are y'all doing? Anything fun to announce? See, interesting. I'll support you. Thank you. I appreciate that, my dude. It's kind of nice because it's like on YouTube, I'm able to kind of actually grow while I'm not live, which definitely kind of helps because like Twitch is like, oh, hey, if you're not streaming, you're not growing. I got 5th place in the original fighting. Nice. I'm thinking of starting Custodes. Are they fun to build and paint? Yeah. Yeah, so they're definitely... I feel like I'm getting more done when I paint the Custodes. You gotta, like... You can easily paint them, get them battle ready. I'm just taking a little bit longer because I'm a perfectionist. But it's like, hey, if you do, like, this... you do Valdor, and then you do 2 of these Custodians, and then 3 Guard, and you got 500 points right there. It's really like you feel like you get more bang for your buck. And it's just like they're super easy, especially if you're just going like pure banana boys. It's just like, hey, you get some Retributor armor, you dip it in. You dip it in some shade and you kind of do some highlights and you're done. A little bit of red, perfect. But these are Shadowkeepers, so these Custodes are the ones that kind of they guard the dungeons down below. And I have these bases that's basically kind of like sewers. And I'm like, hey, you know what I'm thinking, like, have I met Joe yet? No, I don't think I have. But I'm going to be kind of painting these as like kind of old time kind of dungeonous. So like, hey, like during the Age of Strife, like the dungeons were still like made out of stone, cobblestone, and whatnot. And also, it's just like Shadowkeepers, you don't really see them very often. So it's kind of, I think it would be a good kind of look. You saw that coming? Yes, I have to be eccentric. I regret nothing. I have to stand out. The only thing that I guess you could say, like, being critical of Custodes is, since you only have so many, you kind of feel like you're obligated to kind of go all out on the models. Like, they all kind of have to be parade status, because, like, if you're doing, like, doing orcs, if you just, like, dump them in green paint, everyone's going to be like, hey, cool. I can withstand. Or you do guard, and you're like, hey, that's 100 models you got to paint, compared to, like, the 10 or so that you need. But I am excited. So I am going to do orcs as well. I'm trying to get like kind of if I can get 7 to 8 armies kind of all painted, then I'll be able to actually start doing more battle. Can actually start doing battle reports and do more edited content. So the streaming is more like motivating to get these done. So then I can actually start doing all these battle reports. Obviously, we are going to play Minecraft. I know. I need to hop on. I actually do gotta help some students from my old school with their senior design. So they asked if they can pick my brain for some questions. And I'm kind of excited. I'm actually doing my first business trip next week. Yeah, I feel old now that I'm helping like a younger class, you know? And it's weird because like before I was like, oh yeah, I was our peers, and now that I graduated, they're like, oh, thank you, sir. I was just like, bro, I'm still the same me. Is one named Joe? I actually don't know because I just go off of like Discord names. Yes, I was tall. So I was actually asked my height today, and it was like, oh yeah, hey, if you were 2 inches taller, you can actually like get like special treatment when you're doing business trips. 6'5". I'm gonna have to go with cat, man. Gonna have to test that. Well, you know what? There's nothing wrong with being shorter or taller. Both have their advantages. I guarantee you don't hit your head on your ceiling as much as I do. I'm fun sized. Yeah, that's a good way to think about it. You're fun sized. Also, you don't have to worry about finding shoe sizes very much. Me, it's like, okay, there's like one shoe size for me, and I'm like, okay, well, these kind of don't hurt. I'm sure I can wear them in. Tomorrow, pretty nervous? I'm sure you're going to do just fine. I know ya. You're a strong dude, strong-willed. Just treat it like it's a vitamin. I feel like I'm going to constantly like have to go like zoom in on these custodies because I just feel like, oh, I could just do so much with these. There's so much, and I'm not going to get it any done. Came to say hi. I'll text you how it goes, and have a good night, bro. You too, man. Thank you for stopping by. It's good talking to ya. Let's see. Now, I think probably I should do this one next. Okay. Just got to be very careful with these. So if I can zoom in, There we go. I gotta like get rid of the autofocus on this. Come on. Focus. Ugh. It refuses to focus. I think that's what I'm gonna have to do next time. Cause like, it does not want to focus at all. Okay. See, I think the rest of this trim, I'm gonna have to get a finer brush. Well, I guess I could do this gold here. This had to be very kind of light, like almost dusting it. How long does it usually take to paint one custodian? Well, I've only painted one other custodian. I painted Valdor before, but he was with a different one, and that was a long time ago. But here, hold on. Let me get an example. So I just did a Death Guard last week. Ooh, bang, bang myself. All right. So I did Death Guard Terminators, and there's 5 of these guys, and they took me about maybe 10 hours to paint. So probably about another 10 hours. So probably 2 hours per guy. That's probably where I'm at right now. Yep. So I actually do need to start posting on my Instagram. It's just I am horrible with social media. I am just absolutely horrible. I did take the pictures though. I think I at least put them in my Discord at least. True. I mean, but I have done, like, I am working on some other ones. So like kind of like my pet project is Angron. So put out a lot of extra bones. And then I'm also doing Motarian. So hold on. And this one, I hope I can get it all in. So I actually have, I'm gonna actually fill this up with resin. So I need to post pictures of my Chaos Knights because I did them in Death Guard fashion, and they're all filled with resin. They're like 2 inches thick of resin of these war dogs and titans just being sunk in this ooze. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. So, you're terrible at painting? Well, trust me, everyone has to start somewhere. I did not feel like I was that good when I first started about a year ago, but I just kept at it. And I just enjoyed the hobby. venturing out and just letting my creativity go wild on this. So my guard, I'm like, oh, hey, I kind of wanted to do guard, but I didn't know what I really wanted to do. And then Angron came out. And Angron's like, hey, I can take out wave after wave of your guards. I'm like, that sounds like a Zap Brannigan. A Zap Brannigan type of mentality. So I'm going to do all my guard as dupe soldiers with 2 armies. So so you and your dad can play together. Hey, I mean, that's pretty much what I did as well. So I did do, so I started with Crimson Fists, and I got a couple thousand points on that. And then I'm like, you know what? I kind of want to branch out. I love their lore, but you know what? I keep getting my butt kicked. I want to look at some other armies that might be different than Space Marines. And I really enjoyed Chaos Knights because they're unique. Before I came to Warhammer, I was really into the Gundams. So I was like, you know what? Evil robots, that sounds right up my alley. I got Tyranids and Ultramarine combat patrols. You know, I really do like playing against Tyranids. Tyranids are really fun, and I'll probably start Tyranids Collection 2 when 10th edition comes out. So that will be fun. And they're just so unique. You can play them in so different ways. You can play them in hordes, like just a bunch of little guys, or you can like have some pretty elite units. And you have them all different types of flavors and colors, and they're just so much fun. You also started Models by Gundam. Nice. I haven't done Gundams in a while. The last one that I built was like the RX 72, I think. It was like the perfect grade Unleashed, the one with like the LEDs in it. Had a blast, but I was just like, yeah, you know what? I think I'm ready to done, because there's a history between me and Gundams. Lots of memories on that, and I was kind of wanting to push away from it. And my wife, when we were dating, she lived near a Warhammer store. I was like, oh, hey, let's just stop in there, and the rest was history. Yes, it was so much fun to build too. I kind of made a mess on this part. Oh well. You're painting your Tyranids. Like how I'm gonna totally even butcher that name. Paints his because you really like the colors. What colors are those? So I did a like purple and turquoise, and I think I might go with that again. So I did paint that for one of my war dogs. That was really fun because basically like the war dog is like staying on this giant pile of termagants. It was just, I really did enjoy it. All right, so I think that guy is now done in terms of gold. So we'll just go to the next one. It's mainly white with blue on the armor. Yeah, hey, you had the same idea I had. Is it like a light blue or a dark blue? Light blue. Sounds good. So you should send some pictures sometime. So I do have a Discord. It's pretty inactive right now, but you know what? I will at least be able to look at pictures when I'm not working. Mm-hmm. Okay. I am kind of excited. I kind of want to get a Telemon and a Gravis tank for these guys. But I think I'm going to wait a little bit. I kind of wanted to just paint what I have right now. So I just have... I have so many models that I got to paint. It's not even funny. Treating it like a second job. Sounds good, my dude. Okay. Then we just gotta kind of just lightly go over this trim. Just very important, just go very lightly go over this and just to kind of take your time. So there's a lot of trim work with Custodes. I think the only thing that has more trim is probably Thousand Suns. Okay. Let's see, I looked at some of the miniatures, and your knights are awesome. Thank you. Yeah, so every single knight, like the base represents an army that I enjoyed playing against. So that way, like even though if you beat me, I still like I kind of get the last laugh, you know. I have horrible rolls on my dice. Nothing but 1s and 2s. But they're definitely fun. They're fun to play with. As long as, like, I know like some people don't like playing knights, but it's just like as long as like you just don't play super sweaty, I think they're fine. Plus they're not like super in the meta. Yeah, I really do like trying to like have my models stand out. Like whether they're just like the bases or just kind of not so much as being what army was the one in water. So that was a commission of a friend's. So his was Imperial Knights, but basically the lore behind his was these knights fight like Tyranids underneath the water. And they're very kind of like protective of the humans, kind of like salamanders are. So and this was like kind of a memorial to a friend of his, and I kind of made sure to like kind of incorporate the colors that reminded him of his friend. Yeah. So he's actually we'll probably play them later on. So I gotta actually finish painting my Chaos Knights. And this guy, he's a real good, he's a really good player, and he's fun to play with too. So he's a good friend. And he will actually be in the first few episodes of when I actually start doing battle reports. Oops. Out of frame. Still getting used to like painting like in that tiny little square where the camera can see. Because there's so many times I want to like kind of pull it into myself and kind of like give steadiness. Alright. Let's see, so we will... Okay. You have to go to bed? Well, thank you so much for chatting. I really do appreciate it. Of course. Thank you for stopping by. Hope to see you next time. Okay. Okay, I think I'm going to call it. It's been an hour, and I think we got like the top half minus the back, and we'll work on the rest. So hopefully we'll be able to finish it all up tomorrow.